What's going on, guys? I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I had a super exciting one. We went to the hospital Friday, ended up having our little girl. Well, I say we, I mean my wife. My wife gave birth, not me. I was not any part in that other than just encouraging her. You're doing great, baby. So we had our little daughter born, Coraline. She was born 12:37, I believe, on Saturday. So a midnight baby. But she's precious. She's upstairs taking a nap. I mean, that's what little baby newborns do, right? Take a nap, cry, and that's really about it. They don't do a whole lot right now, but that makes our third one. We have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and this is our first little girl. So super excited for that. But today, I want to talk about the Turn Attack tournament going on for Fireknight. Now, before I showcase the teams, I want to make a quick mention of a rare champion who, even if you're not working on this, it's not like the top tier champion. You're not going to use this champion all the time, but in the demonspawn specific event, and maybe even for your other Fireknight teams, Diabolus is actually pretty solid. Specifically, her A2 and her A3 ability. So why am I talking about Diabolus? Well, it's because she's available from Chapter 12 of the campaign, so literally everybody has her. I'll show you my Diabolus build, but her A3 ability fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, and then decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 15%. And as long as you're in normal mode Fireknight, this is going to decrease the Fireknight's turn meter. But she also brings an A2 ability, an AoE attack that places an increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. Like I said, is she the most amazing option for Fireknight in general? No. But is she very good for Fireknight tournaments that are specifically using demonspawn champions? Yeah, definitely. She is a budget option, but she brings increased speed for a faction that, to be honest, doesn't have a whole lot of champions bringing increased speed. Check this out real quick. At least from what I have, don't have many options. So we have Candrafon. That is literally only one. So Diabolus makes for a fantastic option for this. Now, before I showcase the 2 teams, the one being a little bit slower, the other being faster, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. That will be funding Coraline's diapers for the next month or so. If you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, you're going to want to check out today's sponsor, which is Marvel Strike Force. Now, Marvel Strike Force has been around for a while. I actually have a level 60 level 60 account that I've played on and off over the years. And if you're somebody who wants to check out Marvel Strike Force, then you can use my link in the description or scan the QR code to get free characters such as Agatha Harkness this month. In Marvel Strike Force, you're going to collect both heroes and villains from the Marvel Universe, such as Wolverine, Iron Man, Venom, and so many more. You're going to build these champions up through various areas of the game, equip their gear, upgrade their other resources, and use these champions, these heroes, to battle enemies such as Doctor Doom, Apocalypse, and many other well-known iconic enemies in both PvP and PvE game modes. To celebrate the spooky season, you can use the promo code Halloween to get 100 free shards for Iron Man Zombie, 600,000 gold, and 480 L2 training modules. Remember to click the link down below or scan the QR code and download today. Thank you again to Marvel Strike Force for sponsoring today's video. And let's get back to the raid content. All right, guys, so when it comes to this Fireknight tournament, if you go to the info section, you can actually see how the points break down. Stage 25, 21 to 24, 17 to 20, all this kind of stuff. This will help you decide which stage is best for you. Now, I'll be very surprised if anybody's doing stage 10 hard mode. Stage 1 to 4, maybe. I may actually try that with my team, but since there's no, at least that I know of, champions who have consistent freezes in the demonspawn faction, it's kind of difficult to run the hard mode stages. The only freeze champion is a shock, and this is kind of useless freeze. I don't even know if it works on the Fireknight, but I wouldn't even recommend bringing it. So I want to show you all 2 different teams. One of the teams is going to be the one that I'm using, and this is the team that is just going to give you some ideas on things that maybe you could use. This is going to be an example on stage 20. We don't have amazing champions for this. There's no allure in this team. So if you don't have allure, Skimfos is a very good replacement for her. Very good turn meter manipulation. Diabolus, excellent increased speed. Everybody has her. You get her from chapter 12 farming. Nazana is very good, especially if you have her like in a stun set or provoke set. She can control the waves. She has a decreased attack AoE. She also has ally protection and a shield. So if you build her properly, she can make your team do very good as far as surviving. Now, Urtikata, I think's her name. She's a speed aura, but she also has a quadruple hitting A3 ability, which helps break that Fireknight shield so much better. So essentially her role is to break the shield. We have Magnar doing the main damage, Skimfos manipulating the turn meter, Diabolus boosting the speeds, no real crazy gear on any of these champions, and we just make our way to the Fireknight, Definitely not the lowest turn count team whatsoever, but you could easily, say, replace Magnar for Kanjafan possibly, or for Hefrak, or for Sissia. You could replace Skimfos for somebody like Allure, or a different Terminator champion. If you have Ithos, but no, he's not even a, Ithos isn't even a demonspawn champion, so don't use him. For some reason, he looks like Inithwi, but they're not related whatsoever. And Nithwi could possibly do this. He's not the best, but he does have a multi-hitting A2 ability that could do decent for you on the Fireknight. His AoE skill could help you with the waves for sure. But when you get to the boss, Skimfos is going to do fantastic. Full turn meter steal, back-to-back turns. We have no decreased defense in this team. Well, take that back, we do. Magnar does have a decreased defense. I don't know if he has enough accuracy to actually place it, but this run is going to be fairly long. But you can easily swap in champions to make this faster, and that's what you're going to want to do because you're getting points based on how many or how few turns you take. So the longer the run goes, the fewer points you're going to get. So what I had done for myself is made a comparison on how many points I'm getting. On stage 20, I was doing a run, not with this team, but with my other speed team. This one's stage 20, and this one is stage 25. So on stage 25, I was getting 2 points per energy, and on stage 20, I was getting 1.875 points per energy. So essentially, for the rewards I'm going for, if I wanted to get, the 5,000 rewards, I'd only have to spend 2,500 points, 2,500 energy approximately, which is really not that bad. If I had to spend 5,000 energy, that makes those big soul coins not really worth it. But in this case, it's not that bad, honestly. It's not great because it is stage 25 Fireknight, so I'm not going to be getting a whole lot of rewards I'm going to be using there myself. But to dump a little energy, double dip into Dungeon Divers, may actually be worth it. Now, there is something worth considering. That is waiting for tomorrow when the Deck of Fate comes. Maybe you want to see what's happening during that. Maybe it's a Dungeon Diver type event. Who knows? It could be souls. It could be summons. No clue. But if it is Dungeon Diver type stuff, maybe you want to save some of your runs for then. But there's a lot of different champions you can use in demonspawn and perform pretty well. The main thing is pick up an increased speed champion. Get a decreased speed champion if you can. Turn meter steal is fantastic. I mean, really, you kind of need that. If you don't have that, it's going to be just a much slower run. This is a very slow run, to be honest. Like, we're getting the bottom of the barrel points here, but it's something just for you to brainstorm based off of 24 points. So we're doing 24 points. Say 24 divided by 16. It's going to be 1.5 points per energy. So we did say 5,000 points divided by 1.5. It's going to take us 3,333 energy to get the top reward in the current tournament if you're going this slow. This is slow. But let's say you have the champions to do a little bit faster run on a higher stage. This is the example I'm going to be using. So I have Gorlos here, who does, which before I do this, let me show you the presets of the other team in case you're curious. Erdikata, 1, 2, 3. Skimfos, 1, 2, 3. Diabolist, 1. You can see the speeds as well. 2, 3. Nizana, 1, 2, 3. She may have been in a provoke set, but if not, she's definitely worth having a provoke or a stun set. Magnar 1, 2, and 3. And he is in a savage set. Now for this team, I'll show you the builds after this. This will be the one I'm going to use. Now, I may try it out on stage hard or hard mode. Actually, no, this is not what I'm doing. This is wrong. This is all wrong. So I'm not actually doing this stage. I was actually doing stage 23, I believe. Because the point bracket is 21 to 24. So, I'm not even 25. What am I thinking? 25? No, because Sissy is weak affinity there. Let's do stage 23. Stage 23 is void affinity. It's the same amount of points as stage 21 to 24. But this stage, I can actually go through it really quickly, whereas the other ones, not so much. So here, we have Hefrak wiping right through it. I'm pretty sure I did it on 23 and not stage 20. Maybe I did stage 20, though. Maybe worth comparing. It is definitely something you should compare, though, before you jump in and do it. Because maybe on stage 20, you're doing it fast, but on stage 23, 24, somewhere like that, you're doing it a little bit slower, but you're getting more points because the way the turn counts breaks down, it's actually better for you. So something worth considering. If you have a team for hard mode, let me know. I'd be very interested in seeing it. I just feel like it'd be very difficult to make a team that's very cost efficient, basically. I feel like it'd be pretty low in turns because you're going to have to take a hit from the Fireknight, right? At least one. You could use a champion like Helicath to break the shield a little bit faster after that first hit. But this is pretty good. Well, this is not good. This is actually really bad. I've not seen this happen at all. The Fireknight never had a turn, but Allure is just slacking apparently. I need to turn off her skills other than her A1. If she's only using her A1, that would never have happened. But she was using that, so she's messing stuff up a little bit for me. But even with this, let's see how many points. Okay, so 37. Still not bad. 37 divided by 18. So a little over 2 points per energy, which is pretty sweet to me. Now I'm actually going to come down here and turn off Allure's A2 and A3 on the boss. We have plenty of other stuff on the boss going on. Go ahead and try again. Now we're leveling food technically, not necessarily intentionally, but there's no champion training like that going on, so there's no real reason to do this. Just to level 1. It just, I had him low, no reason to take him up, so just left him there. But we are getting a little bit extra benefit by leveling the food. And you could probably speed this up a little bit as well. You could probably make Gorlos go after Sissia or after Hefrak. I have him going before that, just so he could place the decreased defense in case she misses something. If she misses a burn, she doesn't do the weaken or the decreased defense. So that's why I have that. But in reality, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be fine. Should be all right. And now Allure just controls the turn meter. We have no decreased speed here, which is okay. You got to pick and choose. Do you want the decreased speed and the run to take a little bit longer? You want no decreased speed and have your Allure faster. Like your Allure speed is higher. I've been averaging 37 and 38 points per run here. So I bet it's going to be about the same this time as well. It should be. I kind of wish I knew the thresholds. What the heck? I don't know how he's getting the hits back on me. Every time I did this off video, the Fireknight never took a single hit. But for some reason now he is. Which honestly, Skimfos could be a good option for this. I mean, he's a good champion. The decreased speed's really good. 37 points, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is the breakdown. That is, whoa, that is a expensive pack right there. But if you do this, it shouldn't take you too long to max this out. I would at least try to get this. It's like 1,300 energy, basically. So go for that. The Prism Crystals. You could get a Prism Summon. Maybe get you a Legendary or Mythical Champion, something like that eventually. This is worth it, I'd say. And then if you get the extra 250, it's not too bad either. It's a few of the Greater Essence, right? And those are always useful. They're very, very difficult to get the 300 to get the 6-star Perfect Soul. Or sorry, 6-star Split Soul, actually. But guys, thank y'all for watching. Appreciate you all. And I'll catch you in the next one.